Welcome to your best post show ever, brought to you by the fine folks at Twisted Tea. We got Marshal Weltin here. We have a ton of riders that we'll talk to post-race, some press conferences, media corral, the whole thing. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry. Well, this guy's got to do the cool down. Yeah, you're really pushing hard. My first question is this. Your buddy Phil Nicoletti came to the race, and he left this morning. Do you know this?
It tells a lot about him, honestly.
Yeah, that's a lot of dedication. He left the morning of the race after flying in the race. How did it go for you today?
It was for sure a pretty tough day. I think I went 14, 15. I think that's what my moto scores were. So I'm not sure overall, but it's a pretty gnarly day for sure. Yeah.
Is it the track is gnarly? Like, what is? Everybody says they love this track, but what is it actually like?
Yeah, it's just really technical. You know, I think it's deceivingly technical with the hills and really square edge and slick. So you really kind of got to finesse the throttle, and I'm not much of a finesser. I just like.
You're a pinner.
I'm a bulldog. For sure.
Yeah, we see these sand whoops and we think it's a hanging out sand track. That's not really the whole thing.
No, they're like a lot harder than you'd think. They're really hard pack, actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay. We switch over to you, Hartranft. How'd it go?
I actually don't know what I got overall yet, but today went much better. I feel like I got 13, maybe 10th, 11th. We don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, like he was saying.
He got you.
Yeah, like he was saying. The track was like, there's like one spot that's sandy and it's literally the rollers. And everywhere else is like pretty hard packed. So this weekend was a little bit hard packed more than normal, but all in all, it's not a bad day.
Okay. Is it fun, a fun track to ride?
Yeah, because like these jumps you can scrub and like kind of throw whips. Like all these other tracks, like Southwick, there's not one jump. To where today you can float it, you know what I'm saying?
He was one position ahead of me. He's like, yo, you see my scrub on the second lap? I was like, sick, dude, for sure.
He needs a GoPro in the back section, dude. I'm JS 41, so I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, it's solid.
Oh, dude, every lap, too. It wasn't just one.
Were you close enough to see it?
Close enough, yeah.
Oh. Was it impressive?
Just out of eyesight, like in good 3-4 seconds.
Moto's like out there, like, I don't know, that's cool, you know?
Okay. It was better than butt. It wasn't butt whip level. It was better than that.
Yeah, it was kind of cranked, yeah.
Okay. It's kind of crank. I'm learning new words from Marshall every weekend, dude. I'm learning new words. We'll talk about the race in a minute, but we'll let the top riders talk about it first. They hung out in the media corral. 450 class.
AP 77, so matching your number today, but I guess coming off a podium, it might be a little bit disappointing. I mean, how does it feel, though?
Yeah, I mean, it feels all right. Definitely not as good as last week, for sure, but overall, second moto really rode good. I came from like 30th back to 7th, so that felt pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with my riding. I just got to figure some things out. And starts haven't been there. I mean, they were there last week, and look what happened. So if I can just master the starts and get up front early with Eli and Chase, who knows? I could try and match their next level riding right now. They're going so fast. But no, I think I just need to work on my starts and work on just some mental things, and yeah, I'll be right there.
You came up in the second moto. You ran up front in the first moto. It was a pretty good day, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, that first moto I was really happy with. You know, we settled in for 4th and just right behind Jason, and you know, even Sexton was not too far up the road, and it was nice. Second moto, just not the greatest start. I put myself in a bad position and just had to make a lot of passes in the beginning of the race, but ended up 6th and 4-6 on the day. I think 5th overall, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just feel like I'm just on that verge of, you know, the next step is the podium. I'm not letting it stress me out and, you know, putting all this pressure on myself to get there. Of course, we want to do it, but I just feel like the last few races just kind of hanging in this balance of, you know, 4th through 7th and, or, you know, the third place through 7th place. Yeah. As far as the points go at the end of the day, it's like we're all within like 1 or 2 points or tied. Right. So it's just like, you know, I think at this point I really want to put, you know, the last couple weekends, the first moto I feel like has been good. Second moto just haven't backed it up. Yeah. So I really want to put in 2 solid motos moving forward here.
3-4 today, 3rd overall. I think for you, you're probably just like, man, finally one whole day that came together, huh?
Yeah, you know, it's for me, 3-4, I'm actually kind of excited on it. You know, just it's been kind of a couple drama-filled weekends as far as just crashes. And all on me, I just haven't been able to get the starts and be up there. And yeah, I think out of the last 6 motos previous to this, I crashed in 5 of them. So, but they're really not crazy crashes. So it was nice to get some momentum on my side. I know it wasn't like too brilliant or anything like that, but it was nice to get momentum on my side and be back up on the podium and start chip away, make progress.
2-2 on the day. Like, yeah, I know you want to win, but dude, you guys are going so fast. You guys are riding so well. I mean, it's got to be a little surreal, right?
It is. It's cool, especially to race Eli. I mean, he's gnarly in Supercross, but really gnarly outdoors. And I think this is the biggest step I've made outdoor. I've never been that great of an outdoor rider, and to be able to race him now and go toe to toe with him is good. But now it's definitely getting old getting beat by him. So I got a lot of motivation. Definitely first moto I was riding really well. I kind of passed him and got away and made a little bit small mistake, but it was good mentally to be able to do that, even if I didn't get the win. So I think he knows and I know that it's going to come down to us. So it's fun. It's good to race him, and he's been at the top for a while. So I want to be able to take him down, and this might be the last chance I get outdoors. So.
Right. All right, Eli Tomac, a 1-1 day, a wild 1-1 day. It was quite a battle all day long. How do you feel at the end of it all, though?
Well, it was a battle to the wire, all the way to the end with Chase there. It's satisfying when you're the guy to get the win, I'll tell you that, when the moto comes down to the wire like that. So, epic second moto. First moto was a little bit of a buzzkill, obviously, when he tipped over, and I was able to kind of just cruise it on in. Even he had some good lines on that first moto, some better lines than me, was doing things a little bit different. I cleaned that up for Moto 2, and I was more of the guy for Moto 2, so that was good to bounce back from that and get to the lead. And that was a lot of fun, but it was gnarly.
Yeah. And then obviously now you have the championship lead, so you're kind of on this roll. Finally get the championship lead. Does it just feel like everything's clicking for you and there's nothing really amiss?
That's the way it is right now. And I was proud of what we did between the moto, how we got the bike a little bit better, and we were able to, in my opinion, we were able to be the fastest guy. We came from the back and went to the front, so proud of the team today that way. And it's nice to get the red plate. I mean, 4 overalls, and so it's good. It's going to go down the wire either way.
Okay, good stuff from our 450 riders. Kellen Brower here and Jason Wygant here, and Marsh is still really cooling down, really letting that lactic acid slowly subside. So, dude, I don't know what to say except that's just what motocross is all about. That's second moto. 2 guys on top of their game pushing each other to the limit. Sexton and Tomac. It was awesome.
Dude, incredible. Like, I don't think they could have gone faster around this track. I mean, we saw the Stuart Kennard battle here with like a decade ago at this point, and those guys were going so fast. But these guys, it's like the same thing. It's just like pushing each other to that next level all the way through the moto. Sexton ran his best lap of the race on the last lap of the race. Tomac ran a ridiculous lap on the last lap of the race. It was insane, and the crowd was loving it too. So I mean, yeah, peak motocross, right?
Yeah, it absolutely was. And what makes it even better is that it's really like a clash of eras. Like, Tomac's not done yet. No. So Sexton, to try to break through and get that title, is having to go through like the brick wall of brick walls. So it's a clash of eras too, which makes it even bigger.
Right. And Sexton, in the media crowd, he even said, like, I want to beat Tomac while he's still here. I don't want to, lose a title this year and then next year I dominate or whatever. Like, I want to beat Tomac because this is the guy to beat. I have to go through him. So again, you're seeing like the young and upcoming star trying to beat the legend of the sport. There's always that crossover point like we always talk about, and I think really right now we're seeing the zenith of it, Yep.
Yeah, like we remember 2017 Supercross when it was young Tomac trying to knock off old Dungey, and it was an epic season right down to the end. And I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, if you're Sexton, you must come off the track being like, I cannot, what am I supposed to do? I rode awesome.
No, he did. The first moto, I guess what you say to yourself is, just don't crash. Like, I got to stay off the ground. But yeah, the second moto, he said that Eli caught him, and he was a little bit like, whoa, he zapped me quick. I didn't expect it. But then he settled into that pace, and he knew that he could run with him. They were going both so fast to the limit. He couldn't push him into that mistake that he was trying to push him into. He was trying to push him like over that limit just once. So he goes off the track or, has a big swap or whatever. But Eli didn't do it. Didn't crack, stayed on the pace the whole time, picked it up at the end, and held on.
Yeah, and the crowd loved it as well. So that's 450 class. Jason Anderson finally just has a day where nothing goes wrong and gets third, which he could do all the time if nothing went wrong. And a shout out to Christian Craig, who had a great run as well. I think we didn't see it from Dungey like I think the crowd probably wanted it. That's probably the one disappointment for these fans.
No, I mean, he felt like in the first moto he could have gotten third, and it was just, again, kind of like with Sexton and Tomac, just right in front of him, but just like the rabbit he could never catch.
Yeah, which was Anderson, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. And so he's a little bit disappointed, obviously, not to have the two good motos to put it together, maybe to get on the box. But he did say his riding was good. You know, he was pretty happy with it. He feels like he's making the right steps and getting there. But it's just like every week, 4.6 or 7.4 or whatever. Like he's just right on the edge of making that happen. It's just not quite there yet.
Yep. He's good at Washougal too, so don't count it out. And one other note, 450 class, it's the last run at Millville for Alex Martin, who said after the race, I was a complete basket case emotionally in the final moto of the day, and I could barely even ride. So at least, you know, we hype this stuff up like, is this emotional? It is. All right, let's talk to our 250 riders, and then we'll chat about their race with Jett Lawrence coming out on top again.
I believe 7.7 on the day. How was it from your perspective, though?
It was okay. Not my best day, but okay starts, and then just kind of didn't have that intensity today and lacked that, which kind of made it tough on me, but salvaged what I could for the day, and this week just got to regroup and get my fire back.
Hi, Max Vohland, 4.6, I guess, for 6 on the day. It just seemed like a better overall day for you, though. I mean, were you happy with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Best qualifying, 8th, which is good for me. I'm not usually the one-lap wonder kind of guy, and yeah, that first moto I rode really well. Got up into 3rd and was trying to get onto the Lawrences, but they're in their own race pretty much, and I was out in the open just trying to keep my pace going and focus on myself, and I was so close to getting 3rd. I got a little bit of that taste on the tip of my tongue. Just got more fire to the fight for this week for sure. So close to getting that, but yeah, second moto I just didn't have the starts. I went to a hard pack. I ran scoop all day, and after watching Tomac with the scoop and even riding the track myself, it was definitely a scoop tire track still. And they just ripped the start for us. But even on the first start, I was in a really good position with all the guys that went down. Because I knew Joe just beat me. I had to beat Joe for a podium, and he fell with that group of guys. And RJ was behind me the first moto, and he was just in front of me that second. So, I was lucky, but then unlucky with the red flag. And yeah, I rode good all day. The teams made advances on the bike with suspension and motor, so the motor's a little stronger, and the suspension's getting more consistent and more solid. I get to go back to Cali this week and do some testing, so maybe tune that in a little more and tune myself in a little more and get those 5 corners left to the 3rd.
Yeah, the start could be better, but so I used starting block for the first time on second moto. Okay. So before red flag, I was like top 5, 7 area, and after red flag, top 3 starts. So it was both great starts. So I'm gonna keep using that.
You figured it out.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got that sorted. Obviously, the red flag, it kind of maybe sets everybody a little bit back because you guys have that intensity at the start of the moto. How hard was it to regroup for you?
It's humid today, so it's hard on the body, but everybody's the same way, so just gotta get through it.
One day. It obviously looks perfect on paper, but you had some ups and downs in the first moto, and then the second moto you were able to get out front. So how did you take it?
Yeah, first moto I had a decent start. I think I was second. I whole shot actually. Made a couple mistakes where I picked the wrong line. Justin got past, and then he ended up going washing the front, and I just followed him. So I ended up losing even another position, which kind of sucked. I think I lost 2. So I went back to 3rd, so it was a bad first lap. And then I kind of made my way into 2nd. I got Hunter. For a few laps, I was leading, and then he ended up had a better line somewhere, and he ended up getting me back. So it kind of sucked, but then I was following him for most of the moto. He led a good bit of the moto. And then at the very second last lap to go, the lap was really gnarly this weekend. Ended up capitalizing on a mistake. He ended up getting kind of boxed in by his lappers, which sucked for him. So got him, and then it was just an all-out sprint at the end of that. It was one more lap to go, and then second moto, like you said, good start. I got into first, got that bit of a gap, and I just maintained all the way to the end.
Yeah. When you're following Hunter, as much as you can kind of tell us about this, is it, I guess, easier because you maybe know his weak points or his tendencies because you ride with him? He's obviously your brother. It's different than racing Cooper or someone like that you don't train with.
It's probably harder because I do know most of the stuff, and we're both smart enough that we know the fast line. So trying to make up times actually the harder part because we both are pretty similar speed when we're up there. We have that clear track, so it's a lot harder than probably riding against someone else.
All right, those are our top 250 riders. Remember a few weeks ago we said we wanted fans to come back to the show like we used to do in 2019, and these fans called us out. So I said, call us out, come on over. So this is what we used to do. Can you guys cheer? Can we have a nice cheer? Yeah. Really fun. This is a VIP here. This is Milt of FXR, and you got the Alex Martin number plate today?
Yeah, you bet.
That's like the number plate.
The number plate. Last Millville, what he says is last, but last on the team, you know, doing the full-time gig.
Yep.
It was pretty emotional for him, so it was very cool to see, and just that kid's got the biggest heart ever.
Oh, yeah.
Just an amazing man, and so this is awesome, and this thing's getting on a plaque on my wall in the office. Awesome.
Yeah, because, look, that's like he doesn't have 30 of these that he handed out today.
No.
Okay.
Heck no. Heck no. It's awesome.
All right, Mill, I heard you moto down a lot.
We do a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
You do, personally?
Personally, yeah. No, we had 2 ride days at BP Moto Ranch. Wyatt McGrath actually showed up. He's the superstar there, actually. Really true.
Okay,
but
not you.
no, not me. No,
Okay.
and Dungey. Dungey trains there Tuesdays, Thursdays, and they had the WP guys down this week. We left the track just beat for them, and they made a lot of progression. So we get a lot of pros and top A and B riders out all the time. So that's what we're trying to do, is create a facility that just these guys can really build their skills, and they don't just have to get on and off the track every 10 minutes. They can do their motos and put in the time and the work. So it's making a big difference.
It's good to have a little Minnesota connection here for our race. Good job, Milt from FXR. You're not allowed on the show anymore. Okay, we put Darkside, Jamie, on this show back in Colorado, and next thing you know, he's working for Vital MX now. What the heck happened?
It's all thanks to you. I mean, it is the best post-race show ever. So, I mean, who's not going to hire somebody that's on? All these people have a job in the industry next week.
That's true. You guys are all quit your regular jobs, and you'll be full-time. Mathis wants to take credit for the haircut, but really it was this show that changed your life.
Who's Steve Mathis?
Thank you.
It's all Jason Wygant, Weed, and Kellen, of course.
Thank you. And Kellen, good move. We do have to talk the 250 class here real quick. Dude, if you're Hunter Lawrence, my gosh, you could have went 1-1 today, and instead you went 2-5, and you lost a ton of points, and he rode awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a hard pill to swallow, but I guess the silver lining is, look, you caught your brother, you passed him again, you showed that you have the pace to run up there, so just carry that forward. Maybe you can start chipping away at this down the stretch. Obviously, it's a little bit far now. He's kind of lost too many points in these last couple of weeks, but there is a silver lining, I think.
This is media guys like us hearing, and you're going to get this every day. Take the positives out of it. We hear it from every rider every week. That's the lesson there for Hunter, who had the lead in Moto 1, got held up by lap traffic. Jett got him. Had the lead in Moto 2. It got red flagged. He blew the start in second Moto. Only ended up 5th. And Joe Shimoda is just good every week. Like, this is just the way it is now.
Yeah, and actually he led us into a little bit of a secret in the media corral. He used starting blocks in the second Moto. Hadn't used them all year. Got a great start in the first start of the second Moto, then went down in the chaos, then got a great start on the restart too. He's like, I think I may have figured out the secret. So maybe moving forward, he's going to get in the battles too.
Yeah, because with Shimoda all year, we're like, if he could just get starts, and maybe he solved it. All right, that's our show. Let me one more cheer, everybody. Let's give one more cheer. Big thanks to folks at Twisted Tea, and our video. He just set the camera on record. Our video guy's back here on his own show.
Yeah, we just had some popcorn with Brandon, just hanging out with some fans, having a Twisted Tea. Yeah, okay. I think I earned it today, honestly. It was so hot.
Dude, these are long days for our video guy, for sure. You've earned it every single national we have. All right, that's our show. Thanks to Twisted Tea. We'll see everybody at Washougal. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Woohoo!